What's going on, guys? Spartan Wheelie here, and welcome to episode 19 of our Motorsport Manager Rebuilding Ferrari F1 2020 mod series, also known as part 2 of our New Year's 250 subs special. Okay, so this video will be going up literally an hour before New Year's in Australia, so Happy New Year to anyone watching in Australia. There will be another episode after this that comes out at the exact moment it goes New Year's in the UK, so yeah, 12 hours between the last 4 episodes, so it's pretty insane. But we're going to get straight into it here. We've got the Circuit of Americas today. We're getting right to the business end, obviously. We've got Mexico, then Interlagos and Yas Marina, so we're getting there. Hopefully we can get another decent part for next year after the suspension. Obviously we're still repairing the car, and it's Charles' birthday again. Oh no, yeah, we already did that. I was going to say, I swear we just did Charles' birthday. How many birthdays a year does this guy have? But we're working on that engine for next year, which is good. Now we've got our politics vote for the spec brakes. Obviously I'm against this. I think spec parts are not really a place for in Formula 1. There's no place for it. So I'm going to vote against it. But then we have decent brakes, so I don't really want... I do have quite a bit of voting power, so we're going to vote 1. Red Bull will probably vote abstain like they did last time, but we're going to speed this up against. Yeah, this isn't going ahead. Beautifully done, lads. Beautifully done. Look, I'm all for change, but not change like that, you know what I mean? Well, I'm not really all for change, though. But anyway, what do we work on next? Engine's fully done. It's the best engine on grid. Bang. That is exactly what we want. Best engine on grid for next season. Obviously, other cars might change, but look at that. Best on grid. We just got to get the brakes up there now, and we could be in for a decent year next season. But let's... suspension's not ready yet anyway. What do we need for Circuit Americas? A gearbox, front wing, and suspension. Suspension hasn't got a lot of love this season, if I'm being honest. Sorry, playing my mic there. I know it's a bit annoying. Performance-wise, we're pretty good. We'll just work on the reliability of the suspension. We don't really have anything to work on until, of course, the suspension finishes in the designing process. Alright, so now we can jump on there. It's all happening on the R&D side, isn't it? Where's that suspension? There it is. Work on that. Now, next part will be, of course, the brakes. It's all systems go here. We're going to go with, it doesn't really matter about reliability. We haven't built brakes yet this season. That's concerning. Well, we'll just build one and just so we can get the component out the way. And we'll continue on. So brakes coming in. Our performance work will be done. So that's good. Engine cooling system issue. Whoa. Which engine is it though? Major leak. We got to fix that. We can't risk going into race weekend with 50 loss of reliability. So we just have to cop the money, I think. But moving on here, we're already at the race weekend. How quick does it go? So you know how we do it. I'm going to go away for practice and I'll see you for qualifying. Okay, so we've been here before, obviously. We actually do pretty well at this track, so I'm rapt that we're back here. I don't think we've had a lower finish than about 7th here. So this is a good spot, a good chance to make up for lost ground that we lost on Renault last time out. If you remember, we had a bit of a shocker. But setups are okay. I struggled a little bit with the setup. Handling is always just an issue to me. I don't know why. But we're going to mess with the Leclerc a little bit. We should... Nah, we'll wait for that wet period to be over. And we're going to go straight into Q1 here. And just skip some time. People are going to go on track. We'll get on board them. Who's on their outlap? I saw a car go past. We'll get on board Hamilton, see how he goes at 12 times speed. You know, we can't really see much, but we'll just, so we're not looking at a garage, as he's going to go purple in the first sector. Probably purple in the second. Oh, someone bet him. Norris has bet him in the first sector. And we're going to go out for a 1 lap run, I think, at about the 2-minute mark. Just because I don't think we'll get 2 laps within that time. Hamilton's in the garage now. Who's on an out lap? Everyone's on an in lap, so there's no real point jumping about. There we go, out lap. Kimi Raikkonen's on an out lap. Just keeping one eye on the clock. Just that AlphaTauri looks alright, you know. I really want an onboard camera. I wonder if there's a mod. Maybe I'll look into that for next season. We'll look at getting an onboard camera because that could be pretty cool, actually. But we're going to jump send Leclerc out, and we'll jump on board with him. Maybe we should have sent him out in the rain just to see the setup. That was probably a mistake on my behalf there. Send out Daniel Ricciardo as well. They should make it rain comfortably. It's about a minute 30 around here. But Leclerc's cooked his tyres here before he's even got to the line, which is a bit embarrassing. And Ricciardo will just make it there. 20 seconds to go. Green in sector 1. Surely we don't go in. Oh, when I saw mistakes, I thought, what have you done here? But no. Bottas and Hamilton, both Mercs out in Q1. And the 2 Renaults! Come on, boys! That is fantastic. Both Renaults out in Q1. Dead last, 19th and 20th. And in that battle for 3rd place, things have taken a turn for the good. Mercedes are at the back. Renaults are at the back. If we're going to have an upset here... Oh, what is this? Okay. So I think it's obvious we go out on slicks at about... This is exciting, but we could get this wrong. We don't want to get this wrong. So if we go out at about the 9-minute mark on slicks or inters, slicks or inters, flicks or inters. I don't know. What's that point from 6 minutes? I think that's slicks. No, I think it's inters. I don't think we should risk it on slicks. We've got to send him out soon. So we want him there in 6 minutes. So if we send him out at about 7, I reckon that's slicks. We're going to just do it on slicks, boys. We're just going to do it. Who cares? So what did I say? Oh, wait. I've cooked that pretty hard there. What is everyone else on? I'm freaking out here, boys. I can't afford to get this wrong. We need to pounce on this Renault. You know, I've waited way too long to set them out. But we're going to go on the super soft. Should we split the strategy? Do we split it? Just in case one gets wrong and that speed balance is bang off there. So go the other way with speed balance. Oh, like optimal. Nah, I reckon both slicks. Let's just do it. Who cares? Get them out there. We're taking a risk going out on the slicks, but a risk we probably don't need to take because everyone else is going out on inters. So, and it's Q2, so it doesn't matter if you're top of the charts in Q2. But water on track's good. Now we've made the right call there. Sorry, I'm like yelling. I'm hyped though. We've made the right call. I'm bang on there. Look at the purple sectors. It's starting to rain a little bit now, but we're safe. No one's catching us now. There was no need to be so nervous about that call. We made it. Track is absolutely soaked, so no one will go out again. Who's out in Q2? No one big. I was hoping like a Red Bull or something drops out, but it doesn't really matter. They can catch up pretty quick from 11th to 15th, and they get a free choice of tyre. I think everyone will anyway because it was wet. It'll probably be wet tomorrow, but we need a pounce on this. With no Renault or Mercedes, this is our chance. All we have is the Red Bulls in front of us. Probably the racing points as well, but we are decent around this track. Now, we're hoping for a rain-filled Q3, so then we can do what we just did then and get on pole. But we won't have that. But we're not going to send them out till about the 6th minute, because that's when it's going to be dry. So it's all about mastering this wet conditions. Give them the optimal lap with the most grip. Send them out at 6 minutes, it'll be fine. Maybe 6:20, but it doesn't matter if it rains a bit at the end. Yeah, we'll send them out about 6:15 and 6. I'm trying to get the exact times. If they all miss their boat... so what was it? 6:15 and 6. So who goes out first? I think I sent out Ricciardo first last time, so I'll send out Leclerc. Still haven't got that speed balance right yet, but we won't worry about that right now. Just work on getting the best lap possible in this little window here. If anyone's on an outlap now, they're going to be challenges for pole, but if we can just... Grosjean's on an outlap, but hopefully we're faster than a Haas. Come on, boys, this needs to be the best lap of your life if you want pole position. Ricciardo chops 2.5 seconds in sector 1. Where are we now? We're on provisional pole, and the rain's kicked in. The rain has kicked in. The rain's in. If they're not on a flying lap, we're on pole, lads. We're on pole. We've played this qualifying to an absolute perfection. We're on pole. No Mercs and Renaults in sight. It's a front row lockout. I knew we were strong at this track, but not this strong. Ferrari go bang. Red Bull's on the 4th row of the grid. Oh, what? George Russell's in the 2nd row with Grosjean. Magnussen and Perez. What a race. Leclerc gets pole position. I didn't even know who was in front of who. I just saw that a Ferrari was on pole, and I was so happy. Look at that. The red camp is at the front of the grid. That is exactly what we see. And yes, we've got a free choice of tyre because of rain in Q2. So, super softs. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure now. There's a lot of pressure. The speed balance isn't right yet, but I'm not meddling with it because we won't be able to change it throughout the race. We'll just leave it as it is. Do we go out and try and do the one stop? I think that's the only way, really. 26, 47. That's the way. That is the way. Come on, boys. We need a good start from this race. We're not going to have a better set of circumstances here. We can't let George Russell get us on the line. Come on, good start. Yes, we got faster than George Russell, but still didn't seem too fast. Leclerc will get away nicely. Hopefully he can pull away. And by the time the Red Bulls get past all that traffic, I can't speak. I'm too excited. Verstappen's and Albon are fighting. They're jumping up and down the order. They've already got past Perez. And we should pull away here. Don't fight, lads. Just, I swear, if they lose a front wing or something, Verstappen's already in 4th. He's chasing down Russell. We're watching the tyre temps here. Let's go 4 times. 12 times even. Just don't fight. Should I tell him just to let Leclerc go? You know what, it doesn't even matter if Leclerc gets past. But as things stand, we go into 3rd place, obviously. But it'll be an absolute miracle if things stay the way that they are. We're going to smash these engines here. Look to just zoom away with Leclerc. Ricciardo's on a bit of pressure here from Verstappen. He'll get past pretty quickly, I'm imagining, but that's fine. We're not in the same race as Red Bull yet. We're just looking at the Renaults who, already in 9th, but he's on the medium, so he's trash. We don't rate the medium, so we know that. And we're losing probably time here fighting Verstappen. We're going to jump back on board Leclerc again, who's got trees and trees out in front. We're going to cool on the fuel a bit because we're already half a lap down almost. But Leclerc is zooming away. Sainz on the mediums. Hopefully holds up Stroll. And Bottas and Hamilton already up here as well. This is unreal. Leclerc about 2 seconds away from Verstappen. Ricciardo's putting a lot of ground between him and Sainz, which is fantastic. Hopefully we can get a pit stop on him. Worst case scenario. Yes, look at that. And there's a bit of gap to Stroll. We could be on for a double podium. Don't get too excited, lads, but Verstappen will probably catch Leclerc eventually. But, you never know. We could be able to zoom away Leclerc. He needs to have the race of his life, but it's already been cut down. That gap's already falling. It's already under a second. He's now going to get him for sure, but we don't care about that right now. We're on for a double podium, whether Verstappen's in front or not. And just let him through, Leclerc. Who cares? Just let him through. You're losing too much time. You're losing time. Alright, push a little bit. We got to get those tyres staying in temps. This is the entire race for 3rd place right here. Come on. Just let him go. Let him go. Who cares? He's gone. He's gone. Leclerc, alright? Focus. Sainz, we lost a bit of time to Sainz there. Ricciardo is dropping back at a fast rate, faster than we want. We're going to get Verstappen to cool it on the fuel a little bit. No, not Verstappen. Leclerc. Verstappen popped up on the screen, so it confused me a little bit, but try and save some fuel. We'll probably look at pitting soon. How long do the softs last? 47, there's 43. We should be right. We might need to push him a little bit though, so we probably don't want to pit just yet. But we'll keep an eye on that, that's for sure. Keep these tyres in temps. So if we can get it to like about 40 laps, that'll be much better. One more lap, Leclerc, then you'll come in. Yeah, we know, lads. Attack. Just run these tyres in the ground. Not quite with Ricciardo yet. Leclerc's going to come in for his soft spot. Oh, we didn't even check the rain. No rain. Thank God. I swear, if I lost this race because of the rain, I would have been spitting chips. But hopefully Leclerc can pull away. I think we could double stack him here. There's about a 4-second gap. We won't lose too much time, and I think it's worth it because Ricciardo's tyres are dead. It's going to be a 1 second, but do we risk it with the bloody... The double stops are always when the mistakes happen, so we're going to go with the safe one and just have an extra second. Same with Ricciardo, because 23 is not enough. 23% is just scary. Oh, we already had safe with Ricciardo. Alright, come on lads, this is very important. Alright, hopefully he gets out before Ricciardo comes in. Beautifully done. Oh, look at that. It's all falling into place, this race. It's all falling into place. Ricciardo will jump Alonso, but he's fighting with Alonso on pit exit. This is not what we want. We don't want to be bogged down, but it should be alright, because they still obviously got a pit stop. Leclerc's still in 4th. with Hamilton still to pit. So, look, we could still be on for the podium, but as long as we get into that third place over Renault, look, we are going, I'm saying we're going for the jump today, but if we can get within like 10 points, but this is our best circuit by far. We do so well at the circuit, and we'll do even better next year with our engine, of course. So, look to really get past on this race now, get some laps down. Hopefully we can start seeing some people dive into the pits. Hopefully we don't have to push in these tyres too hard to keep them in temperature, as we've overtaken Alonso back there, and we're battling with Norris. Ricciardo's doing bits in the midfield. Don't let Alonso back past. We can't afford it. We can't afford to be fighting this guy. He's on the mediums, Ricciardo. Come on. The medium tyre is literally, part of my language, but trash. Come on, Leclerc. Yes, I know, and it's frustrating me too. Let's go high. Come on. Now we're alright. Leclerc's in a good spot. Verstappen's pitted up ahead. Leclerc, as long as he stays within Hamilton's pit window, Hamilton's on the medium, so I'm assuming he won't be that fast. As Ricciardo's needs to just chill on the petrol a little bit and fuel. We are having to push these softs to keep him in temperature, but I should be alright. We'll let them cool down a little bit, just because I don't want to keep pushing on them, because then obviously they'll fade away. We have Bottas behind us with Leclerc as well, so hopefully they don't do that cheese where they just don't stop. But, you know, there's every chance that they do, because there's no obligation to stop in this game, obviously, like there was in real life. If you don't know, you have to use 2 tyre compounds, and you have to stop at least once. But in this game, there's no such rule. There's Alonso still in front of Ricciardo, which is a bit frustrating, but it's fine. Safety car, and everyone's going to get a free stop, and it's a debacle. Worst case scenario. Our race is falling apart in front of our eyes, but we're going to pit because it's a free pit stop. We're going to go on to another set of softs just to remove any doubt that we'll make it to the end of this race. We're definitely going to pit, I think. Oh, and that's the worst case scenario, isn't it? Really? Realistically, it is. I'm just going to calm down because we're under a delta anyway. Everyone has to be the same sort of pace. It's a race neutralizer. Everyone's going to pit, get a free pit stop, and what a waste. Oh, it's frustrating, but it's F1. It's F1. It is what it is. Everyone's onto the softs now. We jump Renault in the pits with a beautiful pit stop. Alonso might have had a mistake, but we were looking for a podium there, and now that podium dream is over. But we're on fresh softs, so it's not all bad. Stroll stayed out. Bottas has stayed out. It's unreal. It's a free pit stop, lads. What are you doing? That must not be stopping. If it didn't stop just then, and you haven't stopped yet, you're not stopping. That's the thing. I've got to get a good jump here. We don't want to be on conserve. Is it anyone gone off yet? No, I went a bit early. Oh, I missed it. It's alright. Attack, overtake. Don't go too hard though, because this is where all the mistakes happen. We know that. Chuck it into 4 times. This Ricciardo is going to try and keep off the 2019 Merc. Leclerc's trying to fight a Red Bull. Oh no, Leclerc's ahead of the Red Bull. It's a lapped car. It's in the way. Get out the way, lapped car. The tyres are cold, so telling them to push is a bit risky because that's when the mistakes happen. But we get past no one. It's just another lap car. There's too many lapped cars, man. You should have let them go into the safety car. But Alonso is behind Ricciardo, so it's not. Right now the gap's looking alright. We're closing it a little bit, but it's not as good as we hoped, of course. And science just somehow always is in the right place at the right time. Fair play to the man. We're going to go 12 times here to zoom into this race a little bit. Tyres, get back in temps, use all that excess fuel. To be fair, we're behind on fuel a little bit, so the safety car did help in that regard. And Alex Albon makes a massive mistake, and we'll take his spot, but we've got Alonso right on our gearbox. It's panic stations here. Alonso is just another level. Ocon's right behind him, to be fair, but Ricciardo is not looking like he's putting much tarmac between him and Alonso, which is a bit concerning. Even when he set a personal best lap, what a joke. Look to push a little bit now. We've got a... Alonso is a freak. As Leclerc goes around the outside of Bottas, and we'll get to him. He's on old tyres. He should have pitted. I don't know why he didn't pit. But we'll take it any day of the week. It's a free position. And Alonso almost got past there. Don't let him go. I mean, Bottas let us past. He's slowing us down big time. Leclerc should be pushing us away, pulling away, but he's not. He's being sucked in with Bottas as well. This 4-way car race is not going to end up well for us, I don't think, as Alonso gets past Ricciardo And we don't have to worry about tyre wear now because, quite frankly, we pitted. So, safety car did help in a lot of ways, so it's okay. It's okay. But it's not at the same time. Let's watch Leclerc. I'm watching the Alonso battle, but now Alonso's on the back of Leclerc. Bottas is falling down the order. Albon should be too, but he's just overtaken Ricciardo. And now the gap that we were going to close to Renault is not looking so good anymore. Third place is seriously in danger, as we have to cool it on the jets a little bit here. He's defending from Valtteri. Bottas now. Ricciardo is getting swarmed on the softs. He's not been great the second half of the season. I'm not going to lie to you. Leclerc has been much better. Very unstable in high-speed corners. Your rear wing must be going then, don't you, mate? Oh, your suspension even. We worked on the suspension reliability, didn't we? Pretty sure we did. We haven't really had reliability issues all season. We haven't had a mechanical failure or anything, so it's a bit random, but Leclerc's in clean air, which is beautiful. He's zooming away. Hopefully Hamilton has to pit up there. Hopefully Hamilton pits, and that's a podium for Leclerc. We've only had one podium this year, which is a bit disappointing. We hopefully get a second one here. I think it was at this track as well. But there's every chance Hamilton goes to the end on them, but it's going to be a bit disappointing because 0 stops is a bit cheesy, but it's fine. Gasly, look at the mediums. They're absolutely dead. I don't know how he's maintaining that. Oh yeah, because it's Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes. That's probably why, but Alonso and Albon between them. Come on, Ricciardo, you got to get past him. Oh no, is this going to be our first? We're in the red zone with the suspension. It could die at any moment. Oh, this is a debacle. This race has gone from really good. We're on pole position, front row lockout, to this. This has been the story of our season so far. A safety car has put us under immense pressure here. 3 laps to go, Ricciardo. Can you limp that car to the line, please? For the love of Ferrari, get that car to the finish line. As if he gets overtaken by Bottas here, we are in trouble. We lose another 2 points. He will get overtaken, won't he? Attack, attack, attack. Everyone just attack. No mistakes though. The tyres aren't really there. There's no way we'll make it to the end on the other tyres. Let's be realistic here. Ocon is now behind it, but we're fighting here. We can't lose that spot to Ocon, Ricciardo. Whatever you do, do not lose that spot to Ocon. Or else we'll actually not close the gap. We close the gap by 4 points, lads. It's not great. Ah, it was going so well. And then that safety car came out. We would have had to pit again, but it's a story of what could have been. Hamilton didn't end up pitting, neither did Bottas, which is a bit disappointing. But that's fine. We can only do what we can do. Stroll pitted right at the end. He had 2 laps on the super softs, which is bizarre, but with what 3 races to go now. The gap is time's running out to close this gap. To be honest, we've got 20 points to close in 3 races, and I have no idea what sort of track they are, how we're going to perform, what components they favour. But that being said, that has been this episode. It was exciting at the start, it really was. But it's fine. We had a decent result. Again, that track sort of suits us, so that's why we were on pole. Plus a bit of excellent timing from me. You know how it is. But yeah, if we have a look here, what races again? Well, that was the Circuit Americas. So next up we have Mexico, then Interlagos, then Yas Marina. So it's all happening here. We've had a part finish actually over that weekend. The brakes are finished, so we're going to design another brake part real quick. Risk level 1 and build time -1. Yeah, that's the one we're doing. Or are we going to do this instead? It doesn't add any build time. It's worth it for the day. Yep, we're going to do that because why not? Alright, so yeah, that's this episode. We'll do the quick interview, obviously. Accept interview. No, he'll get there next time. He's a tough boy. Tough cookie. Ricciardo needs to pull his socks up a little bit, I think. It's a bit disappointing. Second half of the season, Leclerc's closed that gap big time. It was like 70 points at one stage. But thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Leave a like. Happy New Year if you're watching it after New Year. Hopefully 2021 is more happy days than 2020. But thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'll see you in the next one.